Guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Osereme, and here on this channel every week I share sewing tutorial videos, lifestyle and DIY videos. So if you are hoping to learn one or two things in the area of sewing, then you should definitely click the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post a new video. In today's video, I'm sharing with you how to make a basic short knicker or a basic short pants, whatever it is you call it. That's what I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make in today's video. So without wasting much of our time, let's go straight into this tutorial.
To make this short, the basic materials we're going to be needing are my tape, my tailor's chalk, my scissors, the ruler, and of course the fabric itself. So to start this tutorial, the first thing I'm going to be doing is to fold my fabric into two, like you see me doing like this, and after which I'm going to make a straight line on one side of it, which is going to serve as a guideline for me to take the other measurements on this short. It's not really necessary to make this line. You can actually use the end of the fabric as a guide for it, but I'm making this line for the purpose of this tutorial. So after this, now the next thing I'm going to do is to take a measurement of my clutch. My clutch measurement from my waistline, which is the upper part of this fabric, is 9 inches. So I'm going to mark 9 inches here, and I'm going to use my ruler to take it down to make it a straight line down like this, just so I'm able to get the other measurements from here. So after taking this clutch line measurement, I'm going to take a 2 inches measurement up from the clutch line. That's going to serve as my hip line. From there, I'm going to make a straight line again, like you see me doing like this. So it's also going to serve as a guide for us to be able to, it's also for the measurements of this. So this is my clutch line, my waistline is up here, and the one in the middle here is my hip line. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to measure out my hip measurement. My hip measurement was 36, and that divided by 4 is 9. So I'm going to mark 9 on the hip line, on my waistline, as well as on my clutch line. So here is what it looks like after marking 9 inches on this measurement. So I'm going to divide my hip measurements by 4, and that gave me something around 2.25. So I am going to add 2.25 to my clutch measurement here. So I'm going to mark 2.25 from the clutch line, the initial measurement I have, and I'm just going to elongate this line here to meet the new point. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to join my marks together, and from between the hip line and the clutch line, I'm going to make a curve, as you're going to see me doing like this. So this is how you get your clutch measurement. This is how you measure for your clutch. So now that I'm done with this, I'm going to work on the tie part of this short. For my tie measurement was 22, that divided by 2 is 11. So you divide your hip measurement by 4, but when you get to your tie, you divide your tie measurement by 2. So I'm also going to get the under part, the down part of this, but I want to fold it up and pin it down before I decide to remove. I want it to have a little bit of slant at the end of the short. So most times I realize that when I make a slant, I end up finding it hard to fold the fabric in. So I decide that's why I always fold it up like this whenever I want to make a slant. So unlike the measurement I made at the tie that I had 10 inches, 11 inches, sorry, I'm just going to remove half an inch from that 11 inches, and I'm going to measure 10.5 inches. So now that I've taken all the measurements for the tie, I'm just going to join them together using my ruler like this. So here is what the front is looking like. So I like to add a little bit of sewing allowance to my short. So I'm going to add 1 inch allowance on the sides all the way to the end, just so I'm able to have enough stitching allowance. I don't always like my shorts being too tight, so I always add enough allowances so that it is free when I put it on. So after this, guys, the next thing I'm going to do is to divide my waist into two here like this, and I'm going to make a mark and just notch it with my scissors. This is where I'm going to create the dart for this. So basically this is the measurement for the front part of this, and as you can see, I'm not going to be measuring any waist, taking any waist measurements, because I'm going to be putting an elastic band in this short. So all I have to do now is cut out this front measurements here. So this is the front pattern, and from here it's really very easy to get the back piece, the black pattern. So sorry, all I have to do is to place the front pattern on top of the back, as you're going to see me doing like this. From here, all I have to do is trace it out by attaching an extra 2 inches to it. So I can remove these pins now and open it down so I can measure it from here. I can actually measure it from here without folding the down part up. So I'm taking this to the end of the fabric here, to the end, and I'm also going to pull it to the back just to ensure that it's right in place. Place it rightly like this. So the next thing I'm going to do is to add 2 inches from my front line, from my front pattern like this. Add 2 inches to the waist. I'm going to add 2 inches to the clutch line, and I'm going to add 2 inches from the clutch line, from the middle of the clutch line here. I'm going to add 2 inches, and I'm also going to come down to the tie and add 2 inches. Basically, you're going to add 2 inches to all the initial measurements you had for your front pattern and just trace it down on your back pattern. So all I'm going to do is join the lines together, and that is going to be the back part of this short. C-bar is very simple. So I'm going to still try and give it a curve there, so that when I fold it up, I'm able to fold it really neatly, so that it doesn't start giving me issues when I decide to fold it up. So this is the front and the back, as you can see. I'm just going to make a straight line here, I'm going to add a 1 inch to the top of the back, just to make sure that the back is sitting right in place, that it's not giving issues and it's not too tight. So I'm going to take this 1 inch up like this, and I'm going to make it to meet the sides of the front pattern, as you see me doing like this. So basically it's this simple. I've already finished cutting out the back pattern. This is the front and this here is the back. So all I have to do is to cut out the back pattern with my scissors. So guys, this is it. This is the front and the back. This is what it looks like. It's really easy, and I really hope you are able to understand this far from what I've been saying and how I've explained this. I really hope you understand. So this is the front and this is the back. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to leave this aside for now, and I'm going to get a band. Now, something I'm going to quickly say here is I'm going to be attaching a 2-inch band to this. Now you'll be wondering, my clutch measurement is 9 inches and I'm going to be attaching a 2 inches band. Well, that's how I make my own shorts. I noticed that whenever I cut it out exactly, it's right on my waist, and I don't like my shorts being exactly on my waist. So whenever I take my exact clutch measurement, I add an extra 2-inch band. So I don't remove it from my measurement, from the measurement of my short, because I really love my shorts to be free. So from here now, the next thing I'm going to be doing is to stitch. So I'm going to stitch the clutch part here on both back and front pieces, and that's going to be the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to take it to my sewing machine now. So as you can see, I've stitched it down here and here, and the next thing I'll be doing is to also stitch down the center of the clutch. I don't know how to put this, but you can see what I'm saying. This part here, I'm going to make the both clutch points to meet each other like this here, and I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and I'm going to stitch it down. Just make sure that it's meeting right at that point and stitch it down on your sewing machine. So here is what it looks like. I've stitched down that part I was showing you just now. So this is it. The next thing I'm going to be doing now is to, and also guys, I also went ahead to stitch down my darts. You remember I left a dart in front. I'm not going to be putting a dart at the back because I'm going to have an elastic band at the back. So I'm done fixing the band. So now I'm going to place the elastic band at the back, and then I would stitch down the sides. So now that I'm done putting the elastic band, I'm just going to hold it in place with my sewing machine just so that it doesn't pull out through the other end. And now that I've finished doing that, as you can see, all I have to do now is to join the sides together, join the sides of the shorts here, and I'm going to stitch it down here and stitch it down on the other side as well. So as you can see, I've stitched it down on both sides, and I'm just going to turn it to the right side out so that we can see what is left for us to be done on this short. So this is what it looks like now. What I'm going to do now is just to do the last thing. This is the last thing I'm going to be doing on this short, is to fold these ends, the ends of the short. This part here is to fold it in. So I'm just going to take it to my sewing machine and stitch this part down, and that is going to be all for this video. So this is it guys, this is how it looks. This is the finished work, and I'm really excited at how it came out. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you were able to learn one or two things from this tutorial. I thank you so much, especially you that has watched this video to the end. I really appreciate you guys for all the support you have shown the channel so far. Thank you so much guys. I'll see you in the next video.